Hey, what it do? What the business is?
It is another week in the books with the On Deck TV show. I am Spike Lou.
Man, it's your man Animal Brown, Animal underscore Brown if you're looking for me on socials.
Absolutely. And I am Spike Lou on all the same social sites. Holla at your boy AB. How you feeling out there?
Man, feel a little better, man. Hey, listen, y'all, do not get sick out here because whatever it is
Especially
that's
at your
going
age.
around is lingering in these
Yeah,
streets.
it's dangerous at your age too, man.
Listen,
Well,
tired of this shit.
cold at your age might take you out, man. You gotta be careful.
Dog, it's scary hours, nigga. So listen, man, y'all
Oh
be safe
shit.
out here. Load up on whatever you load up on. Ginger, goddamn, turmeric.
Take your supplements.
Take
All
your
your supplements. Vitamin B, D,
A
E,
through
all that
Z.
good
Nigga,
shit.
take up all the vitamins.
Zinc, magnesium, all that good shit that you take, man.
Oh shit. Everything good on your side?
Everything is straight, man. Looking forward to the fourth coming up. Might try to get down to the city, to the field.
Okay.
Seen some back and forth here recently with Charleston White calling out Nashville, man, which is interesting
Damn.
in itself. Yeah, he went in. I sent it to you, but
No, I'm good. I ain't gonna
I,
watch it. I don't watch
I
no
didn't want
Charleston
to, but
White.
I didn't want to, but niggas kept sending it to me. So
Oh shit. Listen, guys, we're gonna talk some interesting topics today, guys. You'd be surprised who Rob 49, who's got one of the hotter records out right now, that what the hell what he says is the best rap album in history. Should be very interested to see that. 3 6 and Bone just announced a tour. Tickets go on sale pretty soon if they're not already. We're going to discuss if that is must see TV. And Complex refreshes their top 50 disc records list. We'll look back and see if they got it right this time. But first, we have to celebrate the late, the great Tupac Shakur. Today, the moment we are recording this, June 16th, is his birthday. So let's keep it simple, man. Favorite Tupac moment, lyric, song, any of the
mm.
above, and is he in your top five?
Happy birthday to Pac. Like you said, June 1671 today. Mama pushed me out of the womb, told me nigga get paid. Favorite Pac moment story is gotta be the recording of the Machiavelli album in 7 days. And how good that album is, knowing what he was just like finishing up with the All Eyes on Me. I would have loved to be a part of some of those studio sessions just to see him in action, putting some of those songs together. That would have been fire. Lyric,
There's so
somebody
many,
keep you. It's so many. Like
so
I couldn't
many.
even decide in doing this, but I would go with the keep your head up. They edited and it got just the two verses for the radio version.
Mm,
But it wasn't to the album that other version came out with the three verses on the verse that's not on the radio, excuse me, or on the original single. Give me that for bars, or the second verse in White Man's World. There's
mm,
so many more I could do. But as far as a top five, I think Pac will always be in there for me.
mm.
It'll change from who the best to who I like the most and things of that nature. But every time you go back, anyway, go back and listen to Pac, it's like, God damn, dog, I remember like what this shit was like. I remember what this was like listening to this shit for the first time. And very few artists still give me that feeling when I go back and listen to that music. Pac still does it 30 years later. So yeah, he'll be a mainstay in my top five, I feel like forever. What about you?
Yeah, I feel like he's in our era, he's in 80% of
Should be.
millennials' top fives. Like, let's be.
Unless you got like Ghostface, Rod, RZA,
You do not have
Jizza.
RZA over two. I don't care who you're.
Some niggas from
What?
Staten Island do, bro. Some niggas from
No,
Staten
they
Island
don't. They
got
shouldn't.
Jizza as the best MC ever.
I can have a nigga named Jizza on any list for anything. But nah, Pac
Oh
is definitely.
shit.
I feel like if you're of a certain age, if you're of a certain ilk, Pac is top five. And it's no mystery why the output, the quantity, the quality, the fact that his legacy outlived him to this day, honestly, because they're going to be celebrating Pac's birthday from here until the end of time, no pun intended. But the work ethic, he had three, four double disc after he died. Double discs after he died? Like what? He lived five lives in ones, the classic movies aside from the music, and then the kind of the big what ifs, what could have been. And that leads me to probably one of my favorite Pac moments was his interview outside the courtroom. When he was like,
Mm,
"Man, y'all should be surprised I ain't blown my brains out the way y'all this situation is going. If this was anybody else, da 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 da." I felt like if Pac, I wish he had more interviews. I wish we had more interviews to go look at. I always thought he had something to say. He said that through the music, but then also the interviews just would have been super candid. Can you imagine him on like a podcast, like type
oh my
platform,
God.
long form, just kind of going through shit going on today? That shit would go crazy. Um, if I had to go favorite verse, it's tough. Machiavelli's my favorite album, although I think Me Against the World is the best.
Yeah.
I like Machiavelli. It's just that's personal thing. If I had to go verse, probably Death Around the Corner, second verse.
Mm,
Um, I see death around the corner. The pressure's getting to me. I no longer trust my homies and phonies try to do me. All of that. And
facts.
then in my favorite part, even if I did die young, who cares? All I ever got was me, mugs, and cold stares.
Cold
Like
stairs.
it'd be shit when he say stuff like, "I got homies in my head who done passed away, screaming, please, young nigga, man, jeez, I can't give up.
Jeez.
Although I'm hopeless, I think my mind's gone. All I can do is get my grind on." It's shit like no, that's not the most lyrically deep jizzle wordplay, but
Hilarious.
it's felt. And he said that if you go watch the documentary Resurrection, which is my second favorite documentary on him, if you go watch that, he said, "Man, dude, I'm not saying the most complex shit, but I'm saying this shit for the people who like one person might hear me say, I want to give up because I'm hopeless and think it sounds good. And then somebody out there that wants to give up
They
because
going
they're
through that.
hopeless and it hit on a whole nother level and people relate to it. That's what made Pac so dope. So yeah, top five without question for several reasons. He checks off too many boxes, bro. You want the singles, you want the deep cuts, you want the stories, you want the B-sides, you want the turn up shit,
B-sides,
the
the
angry Pac. You want,
girls,
come
the
on.
respective perspective shit, like all of that. Pac had
He,
everything.
he
Do you
checks off too
think
many
his
boxes.
do you think his music translates to the generation now?
Man, I would listen. Niggas lucky I ain't got no son. Cause
Oh, you be listening to
I'd
that
strap
talk.
him to the chair. I don't even care if he want to hear it, nigga. You listen to this.
You
I'm
listening to this
tying you
Pac,
down,
nigga.
dude.
Yeah,
Like,
you
but
listening to
I
this
would love
Pac.
to get. I don't have any nephews or nieces. I would love to get
Facts.
somebody listening. If you are around someone under 18, what do they think of Tupac's music? I would love to know. Cause I'm not sure if it translates, bro.
I
Maybe
just
if
sent
you
the
listen to
text. I'm
Young
gonna see.
Boy, would you be like, "Oh, I fuck with this Pac"? You could play some I angry Pac and be like, "Oh, should I get it?" I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask that this week and kind of find out if y'all know y'all got nephews, nieces,
Kids,
godsons, sons. Yeah, let us know. Do they listen to Pac and do it translate to them? Because
because it's a
that's an
completely
interesting one.
different sound sonically.
I'd love to see some reaction videos of like the young niggas listening to Pac. That would be cool. I think.
Because if you're a young
All
nigga and you
right.
listen to Playboy Cardi, you hear Pac. It's not. It's just too different. Like I ain't even finna.
It's
I
yeah.
can't even shit on him or
It's
nothing.
like it's like us listening to the hip hop, the hibbity
Yes,
hop. I said a hip hop. They don't stop. Like, okay, I get it, bro. Cool,
yeah.
cool story, bro. I'm
Cool
not
story,
listening to
bro.
this. Oh shit. All right. Next, speaking of Pac and one of his best beef songs ever listed, Complex reiterated or reissued their top 50 beef list. And that came back out. Looking back over this list, AB, what stood out to you and did they get it right?
The Kendrick glazing is what stood out. They put not like us as the number one diss song. That's disgusting.
Mm, mm.
Pac, the
Would you have
rightful.
it at two?
That was number two. That's
I'm
the
saying, where would you
rightful.
have the Kendrick on?
Kendrick
At
is
two?
nah, at 12, 15, somewhere around there. Jay-Z, just to round out the top 10, Jay-Z Takeover was number three, Nas Ether four, The Bridges Over five, No Vaseline six, The Story I Added On, Pusha T seven, Back to Back eight, Fuck with Dre Day nine, and Second Round KO 10. I'm surprised Easy Ease wasn't higher.
Yeah, that
That
real
stood
Compton
out
City
to
G's got to
me.
be higher than that.
Easy E, I'm still going, and he's not in the top 20. Did I miss it?
And Wankster not on here either.
Wankster not really a diss song though. If you go back and
It
listen to it,
is.
it's not, the video. He got the little toy Ja
The
Rule, but it's not
doll and
really a
shit.
the 50 diss song to Ja is back down.
Back down. I get that, but I still
Yeah,
feel Wankster is like pretty relevant over the
people
last
associate
how
it with
many
him for
years.
sure.
Right, right. I
So
first of all, I
I'll
did
say they
not.
got it
Go
right.
ahead.
Easy, real motherfucking Jesus 39. That's a little low
Okay.
for me.
That's top
39.
15 for me. Yeah, that's top 15 for me. I did not know that Lost Ones was a diss song. Did you know that? The Lauryn Hill track?
I didn't. Diss song to who?
It says Wycliffe. So this on here is
He
insane.
deserved. Hey, listen, after
He
that Carter
deserved it for that
six, nigga,
Wayne record.
he deserved all the
These
move that
niggas gonna
up.
be banging Lost Ones all weekend, nigga. Yeah, they say the best line is funny how money can change a situation. Miscommunication leads to complication. My emancipation don't fit your equation. Yeah, I had no idea
Cause you was
that
ripping
this was a
him.
Wycliffe. Yeah, she was. That was called. I have no idea that this was a diss song. So that's one thing that I learned from this list. They had a lot of old New York stuff on here, man. That shit just didn't
Yeah.
never resonate with me
Piggy
because I didn't
Bank,
give a fuck about
50
none of that
Cent.
shit. Yeah, Piggy Bank shouldn't be on here.
Like, come on, bro.
That shouldn't be on here at all. But I'm not man. I still have Pocket number one. I still
That's
got hit
fair.
him up. Like I still have the most. People say the A minor line. I heard the discourse that A minor line was like one of the out of all diss songs in history that may be the most impactful. I disagree with that. I still think it's first off, fuck your bitch and the click you claim West Side till I die.
That's nasty.
Like that's a bar above everything else for me. Because the A minor shit is just like and we don't know that Pac fucked this bitch either, but the A minor shit more funny than anything. When we first heard that, nigga was like, "Oh
It
shit,
was
this nigga
clever
fucked
though.
her." Yeah, yeah, it was. It was very clever.
Yeah.
Another thing for me is Blueprint 2 not being on here. I know it's a B-side. I know it's not that popular, but Blueprint 2 has to make it on here somewhere because that's a way you seal and end a beef up right there. If you ever wanted, if you're an MC, you're a rapper, you take notes. Okay, how do I wrap this shit up? But we ain't going back and forth. Put on that Blueprint 2 and listen to that a couple times. And nigga, that was a body blow.
Listen, the Blueprint too. We've said this before, and because we both fuck with that song the long way. He fucked it up by calling it the title of the album. That's
Of the
number one.
song,
So
yeah.
now you don't know which niggas is talking about when you say Blueprint too. Are you talking about the album or the song? That he fucked that up.
Yeah.
Then it did that killed it because he murdered that second verse. And they put Jay-Z super ugly at number 30. Blueprint 2 is frying
Frying
that
super
super
ugly.
ugly. I'm talking about frying it. It's
Yeah.
not
No,
even
no, it don't even compare.
it really don't. Really need to swap. They put the
Yeah.
wrong song on here. Super ugly? Like, come on, bro.
Facts.
No, even Jay backed off of that. Like, he was kind of like,
Right. I tip the 99 problems, Lil Flip ain't one. I want to just highlight that. That was
he
a
should have done what's
time.
up, what's happening instead.
What's up, what's happening should be on here too.
Like,
That's an all-time diss.
is
And
Shorty Low on here? Ah, it's not.
nah, that should have low not on here. See, that's why I say, and that's where we have different perspectives coming from the South. Like some of these East Coast songs need to be replaced by some of these Southern songs that we mentioned that were more impactful. Like this shit happened in the '80s, my nigga. Nobody even remembers this shit that y'all talking about with the bridges over. Even though
I mean,
I
that's
understand
a
it,
big diss
I
record.
get it, yeah. But the Roxanne Shante one and stuff like, yeah, come
That's
on, bro.
big too, but still,
Bro, I don't know nothing about that. Eminem killed, shot over Machine Gun Kelly. That shit, I'm cool with that.
Machine Gun Kelly Eminem diss was fire though. I'm not
It
even gonna lie.
was. They didn't even put his on here, I don't think. And another one that I always forget to mention,
Wow,
I think, but it's what?
they didn't put that on there. That Rap
Yeah,
Devil, that shit was hard.
it was. Toy Soldiers. That's one of my favorite diss songs. The Eminem
Eminem,
joints,
yeah,
step by step. Man, he
that's
was
hard.
ripping
Yeah,
that.
that was hard.
That's one of my favorite M songs and diss songs, and I always forget to mention that. So that Toy Soldiers would be on here for me as well.
I'm one that and this speaks to what you just said. The South representation needs to be leveled out. Because where is Pastor Troy no more playing GA?
Oh, no more playing GA.
Like, come
That
on, dude.
the impact, everything. Like, hey, come on, that has to be on here.
Shout out to UNLV, drag him in the river though.
Drag 'em in the river, they got right.
That I will give them that. But like
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
and like listen, this is my guy, but Drake push-ups over the last three we've named, that's tough. I
Yeah,
can't even let that slide. No more playing GA frying it.
that or the other ones from Kendrick, like those shouldn't even be on here. That's just glossing at this point.
Which
Like,
well, hold on, let
all
me see.
ain't it another? It's another one from
Oh, Meet the Grams?
yeah, like none of that should be on here.
Like, come on, bro.
Like those were cool, like one-offs. Euphoria probably should be
Now
on there, but
Euphoria
later.
was I could see
Yeah,
that.
it ain't 23rd.
Yeah,
It
no,
ain't
no, no,
like
no,
it
no.
ain't before that Pastor Troy, like what you said. Like it ain't that.
Nah.
But yeah, yeah, yeah. Solid list, solid list.
I ain't mad at that. There's a couple more. There maybe needs to be the next 50 or the underrated. I'm gonna have to work on that because there's some that they left off like clearly that should
Hmm.
be on there that niggas need to be talking about.
You know
Uh,
what was amazing? There
talk to
was
me.
never no Cash Money to No Limit or No Limit to Cash Money this song.
Yes, they were. They just didn't say their
But
name.
what was the song?
Oh well, you know what? Well,
It wasn't like they may have been talking
BG on
good.
help. Got these niggas hollering help. That was about
Help,
P.
help.
That was about P and
Hmm.
No Limit. They just didn't ever say their name. And then
Hmm.
P shine like a blind I can brighten up your day even at night. That was about Cash Money now.
Hmm.
Who made the
So
Forbes list? I
Memphis.
thought y'all was rich, man. Y'all boys ain't about shit trying to hate us because we balling everything. That was
What's that
all.
on? That's on that 504 boys, huh?
That's on that like ghetto postage or some shit,
Oh, okay, yeah.
which is disgust. Or
It is.
only God
Dun,
can judge
dun,
me. I
dun,
think it's on
dun.
there. So they've dissed each other multiple times. They just never said names. And P dissed Pastor Troy multiple times. He just didn't say his name.
I still don't know who he was talking about on that 504 boys. You pawned your roller, boy. Oh, you doing
Oh, you doing
bad.
bad?
That
Should have
was,
been
that
tricking to them
was my
hoes. You wouldn't been on
shit
your
right there.
ass.
Do, do,
Ooh.
do,
You
do.
got that tat off your stomach, nigga. Oh, he was
It was ripping that nigga.
nigga P fucked up.
Oh, yeah, Pee-wee's go in. Definitely. I'm
I
gonna
like that
listen to
We
that one.
Deadly too. That
Yeah.
Mac and P. That was about we open up doors for the South. Niggas asking us questions like, "Is we ready?" Nigga, that was about Pastor
Ah,
Troy
yeah,
and
about
P.
Pastor Troy. Yeah.
Nigga said, "I run
For sure
Atlanta,
was.
North Carolina to Alabama."
Carolina's a damn.
Oh
Oh.
shit. Yeah, no, it's definitely some. And that might be another list too. I gotta write that down too because they've definitely thrown shots at each other.
Mm.
Next up, man, it's summertime. It's festival season. It's tour season. Saw you was at the Beyonce Cowboy Carter concert. Hope you enjoyed
Mm.
that.
I wish I
Um,
would, man. I wish I would, man.
but something for us old heads. Friends turn well, foes turn friends, turn foes turn friends again. If you want
Mm.
to see a recreation of the verses, the classic verses 3-6 Bone Thugs, they have a tour together. They just announced tickets are on sale, man. It's a nice little tour, man. About 10, 15 stops. Opening acts are Tech Nine and DJ Quick. Yeah.
How's Tech Nine opening up for them?
Bro, how is
That's insane to me.
that's a great question. Anything outside of Kansas City, I don't understand.
That's
Respectfully.
interesting. No, I just think
But
Tech Nine a bigger artist than both of them, really.
what? But get the fuck out of here.
Who would you rather be? Would you rather be one of Bone Thugs and Harmony, one of 3-6, or Tech fucking Nine?
I don't want to be DJ
And you
Paul,
know,
respectfully, but so put him out of the equation.
oh, that's hilarious.
Give me 3-6. Well, Bone is a well. I don't know, man. Bone be
Bro, you
walking around
know
like they
Tech
deals
Nine
was
is,
wasn't all that. Like they supposed to be up.
man,
They
you
done
know Tech
sold a
Nine got
whole lot of records, nigga.
super motion. His net worth is $20 million, bro.
Tech
It
Nine?
ain't nobody. Yes.
Ain't no way.
Yes. Are you serious? You man, you know what Tech Nine got going on. Why you trying to act like you don't like the merch and the touring, the independent shit?
the independent shit is popping for sure. So he's getting a bigger piece of the pie. But 3-6 and Bone are way more well known than Tech Nine. Because Tech you
Oh, so
can't
you
name a Tech
talk
Nine hit ever.
I don't know a Tech Nine song, but what's a hit? But I do know he get it
You
in
don't know
though.
what
Like
Tech
that's
Nine looks like, dude.
right. He could walk past me tomorrow and I'll be like, damn, who was that? Nigga Chain was killing. Nigga had that ice on. Nigga, what he do down here? But I just can't believe the Tech Nine opening up for him. I thought he drew. To be honest with you, I think he might draw bigger crowds than them. Like
Man,
just from what I know
stop the
about Tech Nine,
madness,
bro.
dude.
bro. Ain't nobody going to see Bone or 3 6 in concert.
Yes, they are.
I
Bone
would
fans are
stream
deep
this.
out here, bro.
I don't believe that. I don't believe Bone
What?
fans are still around. I just don't believe it.
Nah,
That-
there's a whole they got a whole like hive. It's a
That's
whole wave of bone.
impossible.
I
That is
promise.
impossible for me to fathom.
I
I couldn't even
promise.
imagine them going 15 stops and filling it. What is this, arenas? Or like,
Uh,
I know it's not a stadium. So it is like arenas and clubs.
it's amphitheaters.
Okay, that kind of makes sense. Yeah, I wouldn't go to this personally. It's news to me that you're telling me that they have fans that could fill up amphitheaters still.
That's
I
crazy.
wouldn't have suspected that.
That's
And I
crazy.
don't even think these two like fan bases mesh really well either though.
It's the
You
same
think the
era.
Bone and 3 6, yeah, I
That's a
guess.
similar. That's a very groups 90s triplet flow. That's the same. That's the
Who's the
same flow.
closer? Who you say closes out? Or do they alternate or
It's probably Bone, bro. I'm telling you, man.
huh?
Bone worldwide, fam.
And
You'd be
what song?
surprised.
What song is that closing on? Crossroads?
You got to leave with Crossroads. You have to. There's no other. It's not even close. And what's 3 6 closing to? See what I'm saying? Nothing bigger than Crossroads.
Um,
What stay
oh
fly? I mean,
God, no. God, no. Sipping on
I,
some scissor, probably.
see what are we talking about? Crossroads and
No,
Scissor?
you're absolutely right, but I just it sounds crazy to think that like niggas is still fans of Bone and going to they and amphitheaters outside, so it's gonna be hot. Like,
You
nah, ain't
see,
no AC.
and that's why AB will not be there. You can cancel that, but it is a 24 city North American tour. It starts August 21st in Arkansas. So if you live in New York, Jersey, Indy, Jacksonville, Tampa, dude, Virginia
Yeah,
Beach,
this sounds
Dallas,
right.
Atlanta, Phoenix, it's everywhere.
I don't believe it's coming to Atlanta.
Stop,
Yeah,
man.
Arkansas, Jacksonville, you all sound like places with Bone fans. Akron, Waco, Texas, Kansas City, Kansas, not even Missouri, but Kansas, Topeka. Like I can see it hitting all them spots because the niggas
He
still
could
riding
definitely pull
around.
it off.
Hey, Topeka gonna be deep in there, nigga. They definitely doing Cleveland. Shout out my guy Rich and all the Cincinnati,
Oh
all of that
shit.
good stuff.
Now, if this was indoors and
You wouldn't go to
free,
this AB. Stop it.
but I fuck
You
with
have
both
to
of them.
have
Though.
a
You know I
media
fuck with
pass.
three
And you
six.
do, you do fuck with them.
I fuck with
But
three,
you
but
wouldn't
I don't
go to
want to
this.
see them in 2025. I don't think. Even though the
Is
verses
there?
was entertaining,
It was. Is there a group that you would like that you would go see? Is there some like
I
people
would have
that
saw
get you out?
Hot
Like
Boys.
Belly Gang got me out of the house. You wouldn't go see the Hot Boys?
I would have saw that. I
What if the
slept on
Clips
that.
go on tour? Would you go to that Clips tour?
Nah,
Really?
nah.
Pusha T put on a hell of a show. If they told me Pusha T was going to do a solo joint in addition to the Clips, I
Ab-
would go.
Absolutely not.
Oh, I forgot you a Pusha T hater. So
What?
it ain't nobody that you would go see in concert?
Nah, of course. I'm trying to think. I said I would see
Like I'm talking about a must see for you. You like for me, I've been talking about Belly Gang too much not to go pull up on him right here in the A for a
Belly Gang being
reasonable
a
amount.
must see is fucking
I
bananas.
had to see it. I had to see it. I had
Putting
to see
on
what that looked like in
clothes
person.
and putting gas in your car to go see Belly Gang Cushington is insane. Oh, you had the outfit laid out the night before.
No, I went and got it right before I went.
Oh my
I
God.
went and got it right before I went.
Popping tags for the show is even
Yeah,
crazier.
so had to
I
go
don't know.
full.
It's
That's
got to be the right
I'm the same way
scenario,
though.
right?
Like it ain't too many. It ain't too many people that's gonna get me out of the house. Like I would have went to this GNX tour if tickets weren't $1,000, but
Mm,
I'm just not paying that to go to no concert. And
right, right,
I'm
right.
not really a SZA fan either though. I fuck with
Yeah.
what she do, but I'm not half the show I gotta listen to SZA. I'm cool, bro. What
For
about
the
Cole?
record, this is in it's in Nashville too, but they're not in they're in
Of course it
Alpharetta,
is.
so not
The Alpharetta Amphitheater.
yeah. That's where the Tech Nine fans at for sure.
Facts. They finna be deep out there. So,
Yeah,
so no Cole either for you?
I don't want to see Cole.
Drake? You would go to a Drake show, obviously.
I've seen Drake though. I saw him with Future.
Oh, okay.
Like I feel like all the people who really put on shows, like
You
Kanye's
seen
canceled or forgotten how to make music and experience, but his shows are one that's an experience. His stages, the whole shit he used to put together. The Pablo show was insane. The Yeezus show was insane. Watch the Throne, I didn't go, but I heard it was insane. Like I that's must see TV for me. He would have got my money every time. Everybody else, I'm kind of like, it's cool. Like Drake show was cool. Don't get it twisted, it was cool. Cole shit
Mm.
looks cool, but like Travis Scott shit, the Astro World,
Yeah.
bananas. Like that shit was insane. Like I like shit like that, but I can't.
So
Nobody
you ain't
really
trying to
excites
see
me like that, bro.
you ain't trying to see Hove in concert
Oh, I would nah that out because I haven't seen him. I
ever.
that I'm there for.
You went to him and Beyonce. You ain't go to him
Oh yeah,
though.
you're right. I went to On the Run too. Yeah. That's
I
true.
can't believe you didn't catch that one before we left. That was at Vanderbilt when he was
Hell
performing.
no. That
You
was that
should
Watch the
catch it.
Throne.
It wasn't Watch the Throne. This was before Watch the Throne.
Uh,
I don't know what it was for actually.
what would have get me out as a specialty like an album anniversary or something like that. It got to be something like that.
Yeah, not the big concert like at
Yeah.
State Farm, but the
Yeah,
one that's
nah.
at the Fox Theater. Tickets 300, 400, and they doing B-sides.
I gotta do. I need like something like a one night only. Like the
Yeah.
last couple of shows I went to, the So So Def tour reunion, the Bad Boy reunion, the Rough Riders. I went to them because that was something a little different. But just one motherfucker stand up there like, I'm cool.
Real quick before we get to the next one, you made me think of this when you talking about reunion, bro. I was at a small like bar. Well, it ain't small. It's a staple, but it ain't like a popular place.
Yeah,
T.I. son, I've been in there and seen him in there before, but this time, you know how committed you gotta be. Like this nigga is rich already, I'm sure.
right.
This nigga was performing at a bar with 15 people in there.
Which one was it? The Buddy dude? He go by
Buddy,
Buddy? Or?
yeah,
Okay,
buddy,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
yeah, not the other nigga. They wouldn't even let him
You
in.
talking about Damani? I'm talking about Damani. It ain't Damani though.
Oh yeah, I'm not the money. This ain't that
Got
type.
you.
This is the type of bar that do the music that Buddy do, like the
Got you.
country
You
alternative
said they
type
wouldn't let the
stuff.
other nigga
Nah, they
in.
ain't letting him in. Nah, he ain't getting in this spot. I thought you was talking about King. I was like, they damn sure ain't letting King in here. But it was just, I was fascinated by one how approachable he was,
That's what's up.
because I'm not even sure everybody knows who he is. I like, man, that's your boy. But the nigga just came, he set up, testing his own mic. It's maybe 15 people, maybe three of them are actually paying attention to you. And he was like in his bag doing his little rock and roll
He do
guitar
like
thing.
blues, right? Like kind of like
Yeah, he was like in his, like he was for real deal up there singing this. I sit down and watch because I knew who he was. I'm like, damn, that nigga was up there singing his heart out, bro, in front of three people. I was like, damn, that nigga love this shit, boy, to
nah,
do
you
this.
got to for
Yeah,
that.
because you could be somewhere else doing a lot more things with T.I. being your dad and having money already. So, man, I just wanted to mention that.
That's crazy. Shout out to him though.
I shout out to him. Next, we have Coca Cola. They're starting a record label. If I'm Drewski, I got somebody on the line. Real Things Records. Do you
Mm.
see this being successful?
This is interesting, man. And it's not just they're focused on all genres of music. So and like worldwide too. So
Mhm.
there'll be you get like a Latin person, you're gonna get a whole bunch of shit, but they are including hip hop in this. I'm trying to think if Coca-Cola Records wanted to sign me. I know they got the bag. There, it's Coca fucking Cola. Like I get that, but does it make me look corny? Like, would they have me on some corny shit? Would they have me in a fucking polar bear costume for the the Christmas commercial ads and shit?
Jesus
Like,
Christ.
I don't know if I'm trying to go out like that, but a path to it being successful. Coca-Cola has a strong marketing budget and probably marketing team. So if it works for the branding for their own thing, maybe it could translate to a person or group or people. So with the money they're going to throw at it, I could see it being semi-successful, but I think the roof is the ceiling is low. Like I don't see it just popping off and being up there with Def Jam and TDE and like no, they're not going to have stars on their label. And I don't even necessarily think that that's what they're aiming for. Maybe they just want original music for their commercials. And if you get a
Yeah.
popping commercial and the original song is hot, you're gonna put the money behind it. It's gonna play during the Super Bowl. It's gonna play during the playoffs. It's gonna play during the NFL Sunday. So you never know. People might connect the two and the song catch on, and next thing you know it, that person might be up. Maybe, but being like having like a whole roster and all that, nah, you cancel it.
Yeah, a lot of what you said in the sense of I'm not sure Coca-Cola knows what they're doing musically. Like I would be much more comfortable as an artist being in a building that didn't have the marketing budget that Coca Cola has, but they do understand how to navigate my career.
Yeah.
So that would be my biggest concern as an artist, like just signing with them and it being some corny shit like what you said, or they using my music in the wrong way on some of these commercials, and I really don't want it that way. So that would be my biggest question is like, do they know what they're doing? And then my second question as an artist would be like, well, why in the fuck is Coca Cola starting a record label?
Yeah.
Like that don't make too much sense from a business perspective. Like y'all in the beverage business and y'all are very you're number one actually in the beverage business, and everyone knows how hard it is to make money from music. Like even right now, like doing this show, just coming up with things to talk about around the music business nowadays is different, and that like it's hard to break a big new artist. So I wonder what their motivation would even be in wanting to be in this space. It seems like it would be much easier to launch another drink, or it's like something that open another Coca Cola factory museum like they have downtown in Atlanta. Like those things seems like they would be a lot more lucrative in the place that we are now in this economy. So I don't understand the music play. That is what would make me skeptical as an artist and kind of shy away from this. I would probably go with someone with a fraction of the musical budget, but they have the people in the buildings that know what they're doing and have proven track records. And that, I haven't done any research on Coca Cola and who they have running this department. They may have someone
They do.
they got from some who they
Oh,
got
well,
running it.
let me stop. I don't know where he came from, but there is a
Hmm.
Joshua Burke is Coca-Cola's global head of music and culture.
Yeah, see, I don't know Josh Burke like that. No
Yeah.
disrespect to him, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
if you had told me it was Leor or
Yeah.
like one of the names that I knew, then oh yeah, I'm over here. He got the Coke budget now.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely, run with it.
But
But no,
but
I could.
to be fair, if I was an artist on TDE and Coke called and wanted to use my song on a commercial, I'm probably
You
excited.
can have that. Yeah, you can have
But
that.
that's a look.
Yeah.
So what's the
I'm not
difference between that?
signing my career to you though.
Okay.
Like I'm not partnering with you in hopes that you can take me to the next level, like I would with a TDE, like I would with a much more proven entity. I
Track
don't
record.
know. And it's like what you said, like, what's the goal? Like Coca-Cola, like at what point, at any point in time, they'll be like, "All right, we ain't doing that no more." Like, we're not- like, we have the beverage. We have the most famous beverage in the world, bro. Like, nah, I'm good. So yeah.
And then once they done with you, you got on your resume you assigned to Coca-Cola Records, bro.
Right.
Like,
Like, what? Where? Why'd you do that? Like, nah, bro.
real quick,
If I'm a fly by night artist and it ain't nothing but
I'll
upside, then
take it.
fine. But if I'm somebody that's taking my career like seriously and I really want to do this shit, like no way. If I'm Dochi, I'm not leaving TDE to go to Coke.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
What if no, hold on though. What if they went like what if they threw a bag at like Pusha T or something? Like to just to play off of the whole trap shit or something like
That's
that.
yeah. Didn't Tyrese get his start on a Coke commercial?
Yeah, on the bus.
That's what they need to sign. That's what would make way. If Tyrese signed the Coke, redid the little commercial and shit
Nah,
like
nah,
that,
that'd be
however
tough.
many
That'd be a way
years
to
later,
introduce the brand for
that'd be a
sure.
way for people to start taking it more seriously. Like it got to be something to take it more seriously, other than just saying, "Oh yeah, we do music now." Like, bro, that's like, would you sign to McDonald's, nigga? Like, nah, I'm not signing to McDonald's
Well, remember Red
records.
Bull? Red Bull did the
They got
music.
this
They
the
parlayed into the
cycle.
music thing because music
Yeah.
was a big part of their marketing and their branding with the whole X Games, exciting
Yeah,
shit,
it
blah
kind of
blah
makes
blah.
sense though, like the ruthless, like you said, X Games, the stunts
Yeah,
and things like that. I could see like hardcore rock bands or grungy rock bands like signing to Red Bull. That's still a that makes sense, but Coke it just seems I don't know, it just seems strange.
Blast was signed to Red Bull.
It makes
Cool.
sense.
Yeah,
I ain't mad at that.
exactly. Um, which is crazy. Next up, y'all let us know which. Hey, if you were an up and coming rapper, would you sign to Coca Cola and why? Because I gotta know. Next up, your man Rob 49, kind of hot
Mm.
right now, man. Representing Louisiana, got his what the heli going up right now, especially with Halliburton in the finals. Boring finals, by the way. Should have been my Pistons, but that's
Oh
another
man.
story. He was asked what is the best rap album in the history of hip hop, and he took it back to the 90s. He went Biggie debut album, Ready to Die. Rob 49, Ready to Die, best rap album in history. Number one, do you respect his answer given his age? Rob 49 can't be 30. You got to be under 30. I'll double check in a minute. And then
26.
two, he's 26.
Hmm.
26-year-old Rob 49. Are you impressed that he said Ready to Die? Do you believe that he even thinks that? And three, what would be your best rap album in history? Would you accept Ready to Die as the answer?
I am super surprised that Rob 49 said this. I'm not really too familiar with the dude anyway, though. So now that I'm looking at his background, it kind of makes sense. He was in the military for a while, so maybe he heard it when he was there. He's from New Orleans, right?
Yep.
That's what made it even more surprising to me, being where he's from. I figured he would do something more regional from him. Like when you're from places with a very rich music history, you tend to lean towards that music as your favorite or best when you're talking about that. So I'm not mad at it. We always give the kids shit about, like we just were talking about Casanat, not knowing who Wale was. I love that he knows this album and can consider it as the best album in rap history. I really wanted to say somebody told him to say this, but again, I'm not familiar enough with Rob 549 to think that he would lie about something like this. So the fact that he has this as his best rap album in history, I could definitely see that. I would expect him to be from New York. This is a New York nigga answer for sure.
Yep.
And my best or favorite.
The
Those are two
best.
different things, I think.
That's two different things.
The best rap album in history. Blueprint for me. Damn, it's like it's Blueprint or it's Life After Death.
Oh, so you got Life After Death over Ready to
I
Die.
got Life After Death overrated to die. Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah, I
Okay.
do. Or like you said earlier, Me Against the World.
I can't argue with that either.
Yeah,
Listen, I'm impressed for the simple fact that he was born in 1999. So anyone,
yeah, that's crazy.
Rob 49 or not, born in 1999, recognizes the greatness that is Biggie's Ready to Die. I'm impressed. We just
Facts.
talked about what the young niggas think about Pac. What we know about what Rob 49 thinks about Biggie, that's respect. And if you listen to Rob 49's music, you'd also have no fucking clue that he would know who Biggie is.
There is no influence there.
Zero
Zero
influence of
influence.
the notorious B.I.G., Biggie Smalls, Frank White in Rob 49's music. None. Negative influence. So respect to that. Grew up in New Orleans, Iberville projects. Grew up in the fourth and ninth wards, therefore the name 49. Shout out to those hoods. If you listen to Cash Money No Limit, you're familiar with all of that shit.
Facts.
But yeah, I'll give it to him, man. I respect the answer. We talk about it all the time about the youth not respecting the history. We talk about the youth not knowing the history, like you just said. People was mad at Kai Cenat. Like, come on, bro. We looked a certain way at Quavo when he had never heard of Fade to Black. Was kind of like, I mean, that's a little on the fence, but still, it's kind of like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
So it's always good to see a young dude being like, oh yeah, yeah, nah, and taking it back to the golden era. I respect it. He could have easily went NBA Young Boy, one of his 45
Yes.
albums, but he didn't. So shout out to him. I'm not mad at him. I tried to listen to his album not because of this, just when it came out because it was a slow week,
I'm
and
about to say why.
I can't do nothing with that at all.
It's like drill, like Boss Man, D-Lo adjacent type music.
Yeah, it's that New Orleans. It's kind of New Orleans, low key off beat. Young nigga
Yeah.
rapping aggressive over the beat, chasing the beat. Like bro, I can't. It's not, and he not saying nothing. Like he ain't saying nothing clever. He not saying that. He just rhyming words, man. I can't do it. Can't do it. I tried. I swear I
If
did.
I if I were from New Orleans, when anyone asked me what the best rap album in history was, and I'm not from New Orleans, I got this top 10, it would always be 400 degrees for me.
Yeah, that's fact. I would have assumed
It
that's what
would
he would have said.
always be 400 degrees if I'm from anywhere in that area. That album is still, you can go listen to 400 degrees today, and then what's going to happen is you're gonna be like, damn, Juvenile used to rip that shit.
Facts.
Like that album is damn near perfect.
Yeah, no, it's a classic without question, and that's
Facts.
recognized nationwide, not even just in the South.
Right.
But if
And
I
if you
had to
don't
go
recognize
best,
it, you hate. Yeah, what's your best?
I lean more All Eyes on Me. I mean, excuse me, I lean more Life After Death, I favor it more than I do Ready to Die. Even though Ready to Die is superb, it's kind of crazy. Biggie out the gate like did like that. But I like that. Nah, it's impossible to choose. I'll just throw out three of my favorites. I like Graduation a lot.
Mm,
I'm talking about a lot.
okay,
Um, I like Aquemini a lot.
that's a good one.
I'm talking about a lot. And I'm Good Kid, bro. I just
Mm.
that shit, man. That's one of the
Do
better
you,
ones of the
do you ever
2010s.
go back and listen to that though?
I go back and listen to select songs, but I know that if I press play from the jump, it take me back to when I first heard it.
Yeah.
Like
I ain't listened to Good Kid, Mad City in a long time. I need to go back and listen to that.
it's tough.
Hmm.
But if somebody said Doggy Style, if somebody said Chronic, if somebody I can't argue that shit.
Yeah, agreed. Let's
I
not
wouldn't be
forget
mad at that.
UGK riding dirty. One of the best that ever happened.
Oh,
Absolutely. All right,
better
before we
albums
get
out
to
of
these
Texas than
wins,
that.
that's not true. Before we get to these wins and these losses, AB podcaster Ray Daniels, who was on his show talking about he's slightly disappointed in Hove. And the reason being the news broke that Dame had to give up the majority of his belongings because he had an $800,000 lawsuit. And what Ray Daniels said, AB, was that he would expected Jay-Z to have offered some sort of help by now. I'm not saying if he should or he shouldn't, AB, but my question is, do you think that Ray Daniels have a point from a public perspective?
Yeah, shout out to Ray Daniels, man. He's doing a really good job of giving us quotes to work with.
Yeah, he pushes
Last week,
conversations. I'll say that.
yeah, exactly. Last week we talked about he talked about the Wale thing. That was he had
Hmm.
a nice little viral moment with that. So listen, man, the thing we're seeing Dame go through, it is sad. Friend of the show, y'all go back in the archives. We had him on the show. Had to interview him twice due to technical difficulties, but that's another story. It's it's sad because every time we think he's going out sad, something else happens that just makes it look even
It's
worse.
worse.
Bro, the news just keep getting. He got to sell Reason Without. He got to get rid of this. Now he's being forced to do things, and I know this is tough for him because of the brand that Dame Dash has built for himself as being a boss. It's hard to tell a boss what to do, bro. Niggas is not used to that. There's a reason they chose that path as opposed to something more traditional, like a 9 to 5 or whatnot. Is because it's really hard to take orders and be told what to do. It's a hit to the pride. It's a straight gut shot. So him being forced to sell all of his companies, offload all of his assets, even the ones that weren't in his name, he had them in his wife's name. They were like, nigga, we need them too. I'm like, God, the media platform, the app, that was his baby,
Moving the
dog.
spot, yeah.
Bruh, so I'm glad I'm not seeing because the discourse I've seen around this hasn't really been there haven't been many jokes, and I'm glad because I don't want that. I don't want to see niggas kicking him while he down. Even the Breakfast Club I thought handled it with some class when they reported on it, and so it's you hate to see it. Now, should Hove get involved, or am I mad at Ray Daniels for saying, okay, now's the time to get involved? He might be right because I don't see, knock on wood, but I don't see any more rock bottom. Well, I guess things could always get worse, but this feels like it make for a good story. It's I don't expect it, but it would make for a good story. See them niggas dap it up. We ain't even got to know about it, bro. Like just they could take a picture and we can assume whatever, and Dame can announce a new venture, man, or something. But it would be good for the culture, though. It would make for a moment when or if it ever happens, for sure.
Yeah, I think the hip hop space, TV space, all those spaces are in a better place if Dame Dash is successful. I just think that like that,
Mm,
I came in. I've told this story before. I'm a fan of Dame Dash. Like I loved him on backstage and him just let me know I want to be in this business or something somewhere adjacent to it. Like that right there is what I want to do. So everything that you said to see him go through this it's for, especially for people in our generation who've
yeah.
seen Dame at his height and when like Dame Dash was one of the most powerful people in music, we seen that and the consistently hear these reports of he had to do this, he got to do that. It's heartbreaking to see, but I'm also not surprised that no one is breaking down his door to help him. Because when you were that person that Dame Dash is and was, a lot of people look at you and they prey on your downfall. Like they want you to be put in your place from a certain, like I think a lot of people think that about Dame because of interactions that they had from him. So that's why you don't have people like, oh, you can come work here, you can do this, you can do that, which I don't think he would probably do anyway. To Ray Daniels' point, I don't know that this hasn't happened. I don't know that Hove hasn't broken him
That's
off.
true. That's
And he
true.
ran through that. Like I don't know that
That's a
hasn't
good point.
happened because it may have been something that happened behind the scenes, like you said. Well, Hove was like, "You my man." Like I don't want to watch this. And then if that was the case, and I'm Hove, like I don't expect it to happen again. Hove seemed like one of those dudes, was just like, "Cause you my man's, I'm gonna help you this one time." Once you run through it or do whatever it is you do, like I ain't
Yeah.
gonna be here to interject. I ain't gonna say you can't do whatever you want to with this little bread that I'm throwing you. But I'm not the life raft, nigga. I'm not gonna be here consistently to save you. Like I respect you too much as a man for you to fall back on me every time. So I kind of look at it from the sense of maybe this has happened and we just don't know as a community right now. It's like that may be the thing that happened here. So losing respect for Hove because Dame is going through this, I don't see that happening. And also too, why I say I think that this may have happened already is because who would publicize it? Dame's not gonna say it, Jay's not gonna say it, and it ain't
Nah,
nothing you go out and say. Like if you
facts.
genuinely helping your man's out, it's like, here, bro, like get back on your feet.
Yep.
You don't gotta don't ask me about like repayment or nothing like that. You just get back to the person that I know. Those what real friends do. Like real friends is like I ain't. Yeah, I would love my money back, my nigga. But if it don't ever get to that, you just get back to who you are. Because I'm interested in seeing that more than anything else. And again, I don't know that hasn't happened already between Jay and Dame behind the scenes. So I can't say that I'm disappointed in Jay Z that it ain't a public spectacle that he came and saved the day for Dame Dash. It may just be some Dame Dash continued to make the same decisions that made Jay Z want to split up from him in the first place.
Yeah.
That may be the thing. So it's sad to see Dame go through this, man. I would love to see something else happen. Him get, I don't see him working for anybody, anything like that. But I would love to see his story end a different way.
Had, Dame was, if you remember last year, Dame was out. He was doing a lot of content at one point in
Hmm.
time, around the time of the sale of the project. He was on camera a lot.
Yep.
Do you think he's been humbled? Like if Dame went on Breakfast, would Dame go on Breakfast Club right now?
Nah, I don't think so. And I don't think it'll be smart.
Why
I don't
not?
think that. I don't think that that's the.
They wouldn't.
That ain't
I don't think
smart.
they would go in on him, bro. I promise I don't, because they would have by now.
Do you want to hear Dame change his tune publicly though?
It may help.
Or do you?
I think it would be smart if I represented him. I think it'd be smart. But he
What
needs
does
some
that do
cash
then?
flow, bro. Respectfully. So this might get
Right,
you
but
a gig somewhere.
But if we play, that's what I was just about to get to, and I'm glad you say that. If we play this out, even if he goes hat in hand to like Breakfast Club and he says, you know what, I have been humbled by the situation, I still don't see him working for someone. I still don't see
Then that
anyone
mean he not
having.
humbled. That mean he lied. Then that's the whole definition of being humbled by the situation.
I just think that's him, bro. I think he's like, we talking about a man that's in his 50s thinking that they're gonna change.
Oh well,
Like I don't see him. I don't see him taking a gig. I do see someone maybe investing in an idea of his,
oh, I got you.
but I don't see him like someone like Coca Cola saying, "Man, you know what, Dame Dash, like we'll give you 5 million a year to run our music department."
Hey, listen. He
He
taking that
wouldn't be an
motherfucker.
idiot
You
not
ain't
to
talking
take
about
it.
nothing,
You're
nigga.
right,
He
but I don't even know how long it would last.
he's still taking it.
Dame just not that dude, bro. We've
No, I'm with
seen
you.
this time and time again. He's just not that dude.
Hey,
Like
you
he
never
couldn't
know, man.
even.
It,
Yeah,
it might it might
yeah.
hit him
People can't
different in that
change. You're right.
age, bro. Like that shit gets scary, bro.
Yeah,
They on your neck like that, nigga. Them creditors, the courtrooms, and them walls closing in, bro. Like,
facts.
and before he go full John Q, nigga, hey
Mm,
man, you might have to apply for that Coca Cola gig, bro. Like,
yeah.
but I think going on Breakfast Club would do. I actually do think if he went there humble, and I ain't saying like on there like a bitch kissing niggas shoes
Right,
and
right,
shit,
right.
but I'm just saying if he just came on some, this is what I learned. Bro, that's a redemption. People love a fucking redemption story, dog. Like, what are you talking? Like,
Mm. They do. They do
Charlamagne
that.
might hire him, which would be crazy.
He couldn't
That
work for
Black Effect
Charlotte.
Records, nigga.
He couldn't work for
Hey,
Charlotte, man. That'd be crazy.
that would be crazy.
That would be insane. But yeah, I don't know, man.
It
It's
worked
a
for
difficult
Nas.
path.
Nas signed to Jay, bro. Nobody cared. Nigga kept eating.
Nigga didn't remember that. Like who really
But that's my point, though. Nobody
Yeah.
would, bro. Nobody would care after 5 minutes. It'd be a story for a day, bro. Nobody would care.
Yeah,
Get
that's
that
true.
check, bro. Like fuck that.
Shout out to Game,
I
man.
don't know. Anyway, moving on, wins or losses, man. We got the first W or L. Nelly and Ashanti dropped the trailer for their Peacock reality show. We Belong Together. It's a W or L.
This is a W for them. Get that bag. I think people like this relationship a lot for some reason. I don't get it. Maybe because I'm not into that world, but I see a lot of people just swoon over this Ashanti and Nelly relationship. I didn't know the backstory was like the chick that Nelly was messing with. Like she told him to go see if he wanted to be without her, and the nigga went and got married and had two kids, had a kid.
Wait, hold on. Time out. Time out. Time out. Time out.
Who whoever
Ashanti
the
told him that, or just some
no no
gal we don't
no.
know.
So I don't know if we know or the
Oh,
people
okay.
that
Okay.
follow.
Okay.
Like she may be popular. I'm not sure.
Okay. Okay.
But the last relationship he was in, she told the nigga to see what it's like without me. Like
And he found
you,
Ashanti.
and it went back to Ashanti. Had kids, got married. So
Yeah, she lost
ladies, be
one.
careful. She
She lost. You
lost.
gotta be careful what you ask for. When you lost one. Hey, that nigga might find Ashanti, dog. It's over.
Oh
Ain't no
shit,
coming
boy.
back.
That's
Whoever you are, it's a wrap.
right. I find that crazy. But this is a W, man. They seem like they really genuinely fuck with each other. It's always good to see good representations of black love on TV. I love that. So yeah, this is a W.
Yeah, the trailer, it might be slick entertainment. I'm not a reality show person, especially not a relationship reality show person. But they kind of seem funny though, like
Hmm.
entertaining. So you never know. I might tap in. If for nothing else, I'll watch it on mute when the Shanti come on. Uh,
That's hilarious.
Next up, man, W or L, Wu-Tang Clan releases their first video game in 25 years. If you remember, in 1999, they had a game called Wu-Tang Shaolin Style. This next one is called Rise of the Deceiver. It is an RPG style game where
What
up
does
to
that
four
mean?
players can join to protect the home of Shaolin.
They
W or
play with
L?
Wu-Tang members?
No, you actually play as who I don't know who the fuck these people are, but you have to find each member of the Wu-Tang. They've all gone missing.
That's interesting. This is a W. Wu-Tang's back out there, man. I don't know what changed and what they have going on, but I've loved, especially I'm not being a fan at all the first time around, but the new tour, the video games, like I think it's dope that this legacy has lasted this long and they're still able to do stuff, even not being a fan of the music at all.
Yeah.
But I think this is a W.
No, I like it. They switched it up. An RPG, you don't really see that with hip hop characters. It's something different. It's something fresh. It's
Mhm.
unique. The game look kind of cool. Like I like this. Everybody wants to go to fighting game with the rap shit. Based on the Def Jam Fight for New York and just keep redoing that. No, man. Like flip the script. I like this. This is unique.
Yeah, I think it's a dope idea.
I like this. And it's funny. I just watched. Even though I already seen this movie, but the movie called Nobody with my boy Better Call Saul on there.
Hmm.
It had RZA was in that movie, so it's funny. I just really just watched it over the weekend because part two come out
It's a
in
part two
August.
coming out, right? That's what I was about to say.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Which is a part one is super solid watch if you ain't tapped in.
Let me check that out.
Last one, man. Before we get out of here, Young Thug says he wants to quit rapping and start streaming once he's seen what they was making. W or L?
Now he said he partly was joking saying this, but there's a little bit of reality in every joke. I think this speaks to what a music business is. Like people are not just like enthusiastic about music no more. They trying to find any and every other way to do stuff, and it's showing in the music. Like the fact that motherfuckers is still, as we do research for this show, out of 20 headlines, the fact that 6 to 7 of them are still about Kendrick and Drake is
Yeah, that's slow,
disgusting. It is disgusting.
nasty.
So just like not a lot goes on in hip hop, and I think it's like not a to Young Thug's point, when I look over at the streaming world and I see what Casanat did at the BET Awards, I'm looking at Aiden Ross and seeing how much he get off a stream. Like this is more interesting to me. I'm speaking more directly to my fans. I can be myself more. Don't have to answer to a record label. I'm still getting money because I'm Young Thug. So yeah, I could see this migration of heading over to the stream, just like you see with podcasts for a second. But they're gonna be able to get their money off the wham with the streams like they weren't able to with podcasts.
Yeah, streaming about to be the new mixtape.
Yep.
Um,
I
just
think
like podcast.
Young Miami just did. She's just
See,
had her first stream the other day.
they said zero people was on there.
I don't believe that.
Yeah, I mean, I seen that, but I didn't. I didn't believe that though.
That was cap. That's cap.
Yeah, but it's if you're a personality. Young Thug ain't got no personality though. Young Miami, I can see pulling that off.
But see, I could see Young Thug having a personality and having hit it all these years. He get on there like long as they ain't
Mm.
on no YSL wild and out shit. But I could see him on there with his friends, like and Mariah the scientist, and like just a rapport that he has with people that are close to him. People will be so interested in it.
He don't be
Like
talking about
not being
shit though.
interviewed, not to us. The young niggas gonna want it. The
Ah, okay,
YNs, they
okay,
want to
okay,
hear it.
okay.
I'm not tuning into the stream, but a YN definitely want to hear that. I'm trying to think of an older nigga that could have a stream. T-Pain been doing one for a minute, but he play like video games on his, right?
T Pain is entertaining
And
though.
he's funny.
He funny.
T Grizzly got one.
Yeah, yeah,
He played the video games on his joint.
for sure. He playing the Grand Theft. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to think of someone who could hold my. I'd have to find somebody that was on some intellectual shit. Like if Lupe had one, that might be interesting to me. If as long as he's not trying to
That's
be too deep. But if he had a stream just
would
talking
you
about current events and whatever he maybe he just playing the game, whatever, some bullshit. But he talking about like current events and giving his like, because he thinks outside the box on a lot of shit.
yeah.
That might be interesting. He might have some good takes, and he rarely gets interviewed, so that'll be kind of
Would you look
fire.
at a Bun B stream?
Nah,
I look at a Killer Mike stream.
there you go.
I definitely
I
would
don't
look
know.
at
He
a
might
Killer
get.
Mike stream.
I don't know how much I can take it. I don't know. Time out.
It'll be controversial. I don't know if Killer Mike can sit there and talk for 2 hours without being controversial, but I would look at that the
He
first
might get
couple
to
of ones
start to
of.
preaching and shit though.
He definitely gonna do that. He
Yeah,
definitely gonna do that.
I might be out.
But T.I. stream would be funny.
Eh.
Yeah, if you
Well,
included
like
like
him and Dro and Duval and them.
yeah, that's what
That
I'm saying. You have to like I'm talking about everything T.I.
his
Like him and
sons and
Tiny
all that.
arguing, the sons, all that shit. Like, cause T.I. a funny nigga, man.
No,
So
for
yeah,
sure.
I could definitely see that.
That'll be funny. Vince Staples should be funny.
Oh, I'm there every time. I'm setting the alerts for that. I'm setting the alerts for the Vince Staples stream. That's
He
gonna be
won't do it
funny.
though. He too
He
low.
wouldn't dare do that shit, but I would have set the alerts for that nigga. I'm in there like swimwear.
Oh shit! Let us know, man. What rapper would you want to see stream? Who you think would be entertaining?
Would you
Uh,
watch the LeBron stream?
that might be alright though.
I slick
That might
watch the
be alright.
LeBron stream. I
LeBron
watch the
be funny on
LeBron stream.
accident though. He got to still keep that
That's
funny
why
on
it would be
accident
good.
vibe.
Yeah, yeah. That
Don't
would be
try to be funny, because then you're gonna try to do.
right. Facts. Yeah, I watched the LeBron stream.
On Decker of the Week, we are going to Spotify. Shout out to Sly. He said, just like Cole deleted that basic ass Kendrick diss, I think Wayne can and should remove this album from streaming. Blame
Damn.
sampling rights, unpaid fees, whatever. Just get rid of it and beg Tyler, the creator, to produce for you.
Meanwhile, this sold 116,000 second on billboards.
I
So
mean,
all the hate listening worked.
it.
Outrage marketing.
But if you look at it, but look at his shit compared to the last, that's a drop off though. He's
Oh, okay.
trending
What
in
do
the
you do
wrong
last?
direction.
Oh, this is probably the last time he gonna get 100 and anything thousand first week.
Unless he listen to us and get
Let's
that shit
listen to us,
right.
right? That's true.
He Carter 5 did 480 first week, bro.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Never mind.
See what I'm saying?
Damn.
He sold 140 pure albums, 140,000 pure
Jesus.
albums, bro, in 2018. So
Okay, I didn't know that.
yeah. But that Tyler the Creator production is a very interesting spin. Real quick, we're going to YouTube. Shout out to LFX Media. I wonder what happened to the sale of Irv Gotti's catalog. He said he was just
Hmm.
letting them hold the catalog, sort of like a loan, until he flipped the money and bought it back. Maybe some of the artists and labels are thinking like this. That's a very good point. I forgot about because it was like 300. It was like a big ass number.
Facts.
It was something crazy, but it was like a credit card. It was like 100 mil or 200 mil on the credit line of credit, and then some
Yeah.
cash. So that's a
Damn, that's
damn.
a good ass question.
It's a great question.
Hmm.
Shout out Cole Chillin. He's giving us a look at what's going on in LA. He said the National Guard was called out during the Rodney King riots. With LA right now, don't believe the hype. LA gets more rowdy when the Lakers win a championship. It's been mostly peaceful. All the soldiers he allegedly sent are not here. This is just Trump versus Newsom politics and BS.
I've heard that same thing before on some of the podcasts that I listen to. So appreciate you
Appreciate
for
that
that
clarity,
update.
man. Got boots on the ground, letting us know what's happening. Also, last thing, real quick, he also said, I'm disappointed the Hughes brother is not involved with the Snoop movie. I was so against him doing Dear Mama because of the beef he had with Pac. I expected him to ruin it, but I was wrong. It's by far the greatest Pac documentary. He is not lying. That
Mm.
shit is fantastic if you didn't watch it. Please crank up the Hulu or the FX app and go watch it immediately if you missed.
Damn, let me
What you got
watch
to me
it.
to put on, man? And do
Uh, I
I
I got to put off and a put on.
Oh shit.
This is the 50th year of Jaws. Have you ever seen Jaws?
I have never seen any Jaws movie.
You ain't missing a goddamn thing. Jesus. That shit is some slaw. And I know I'm looking at it 50 years later. It's like us looking at a movie in the 30s or something.
Yeah, that shit look
And when we
nuts.
was growing up, but that shit is some slaw.
Nigga, get out the water, nigga. Like that's easy. Out here in the ocean. Oh, okay, I'm gonna stay right here.
Very simple solution to this, white people. And I say white people because that's all that was in this movie. There's a very simple solution to Jaws. There's no need to make four movies of this.
We can go get something to eat,
But
dude. We ain't even gotta go out
bro,
here.
I can sit on the beach. He not coming up here in the sand, bro. Like I'm good. I would just sit right here on the beach with this little chair with my towel, my radio, my headphones, my book, and we're good. I never have to worry about Jaws. But we did a review on the Frames Per Second podcast. Y'all go check that out, man. You hear more of my sentiments like that about Jaws. It was some salt, don't worry. And I put on this week, I'm sure you might be tapped into this. I caught up on the 28 days, 28 month, and now 28 years later.
28
It's about to
weeks.
come. Yeah, 28 days, 28 weeks, now 28 years later.
Yep.
It's about to come up this week. It's cool. I didn't think I'm usually not into movies like this, but I'm interested to see what the 28 years later look like. I think they gave a long enough runway to show like reestablishing like people and
Hmm.
organizations or whatever. So I think 28 years was a perfect number, not 28 months. That would have been too short, but I'm anxious to see what this looks like watching the first two movies this past week. So 28 years later in theaters this week, y'all go check that out.
Had you seen any of them before?
No, that's my first time checking in.
That 28 days was the first, well, not the first, but it like
Fast.
reignited the zombie genre though.
Yeah.
That shit was dead, no pun intended. But that was the first of like the new wave of zombie movies,
And
like reimagining of them. So it's kind of it was impactful. It was like a big deal when it came
yeah.
out.
Are you fucking with it
Yeah,
when it come out?
I didn't see the sequel though. I didn't see Weeks, but I'm gonna check that out. I'm glad you said that. I gotta watch that before this new one
It's
because I'm
streaming
definitely in that
now.
new one.
The first one definitely better, but
Oh,
the
okay.
second one's solid. They got our boy in there from Mary Kingstown.
Jeremy
German, yeah.
Renner,
Hmm.
really?
Yeah,
Damn, I
he
didn't
in the
know that.
second. So a
Oh,
lot of
that's
people in the
what's up.
second one, you're gonna look at it, be like, damn, I didn't know this nigga was in here.
Yeah. um, my put on actually it's a salute. It's a salute to my guy Tonio for putting me on forever. Me and my wife ran through the season. You might have said
Fire.
something, but who knows? My guy
I might
Tonio,
have said something. I might have said something.
you
I
may have
put
said
the
who knows?
world on that forever.
My guy Yoski put me on, man. Ran through it. Really dope series. This,
Shit was
this is
good as
this is why.
fuck.
Now that shit was good, bro. And this is why. This is what I mean when I'm like the hood movie. We don't need to see the hood movie, bro. This is why the hood movie died off because this original shit like this. That's see back in when Menace to Society came out, that was original at the time. Then Boys and Hood, and then like rappers got independent money and they started making movies and they all the hood. Remember the little hood DVDs we used to get? It was all the same story.
Yeah, yeah.
Niggas ran that shit to the ground, so it's dead. This stuff right here is refreshing. This is still relatively new. The affluent black, you know what I'm saying, family going
You
through
know, they
relationship
remade
stuff.
this.
You said who?
It's from a white story.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
they
yeah.
remade all the
Judy
characters
Blume.
and made them black. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, she remade the the lady, the name is killing me, but she's involved in a lot of like dope black shows.
This
Girlfriend,
shit
she
was
created Girlfriends and
fire.
all that. She reimagined it with a black family. The story old as fuck. It's like from the 70s.
Fire. This shit was
Super
so
dope.
good. That dad, one of my favorite TV characters.
Wood Harris. Listen,
Bro, when he was talking to his son in
on the beach or on the
Hamptons, yeah. When the nigga was like, if my wife, your mother ever leave me, it's not gonna be because of something that she did, son. It's gonna be something I did. And he was like telling him the thing about women like your mom is like it takes a lot to be with them because of, like the requirements I can't say it exactly how he said it, but he was in his bag right there.
He cooked every scene. Any real screen time he had, he cooked though.
Fact. And when he told him to go pick up and the mom didn't want him to,
yeah, that was hard.
Like that show is good as fuck. Yeah. I may run that back actually. Did you like the ending?
Yeah,
I thought it was perfect.
Yeah, I did too. Yeah, that shit was fire.
I thought it was perfect.
I'm ready for season 2. I can't wait.
I'm in there like swimwear.
Yeah, I can't wait. I got to have it.
I love this whole everything about this show was great for me.
Relatable as fuck.
Because you remember being in high school and how things were like that. Like you 17-year-old, you thought shit it's the end of the fucking world, nigga.
Yep.
And then like that shit was good as hell. I'm glad.
Appreciate that, Antonio, man. Good looking, man. Niggas don't be giving out good recommendations no more, man. So
and what I tell you when you said that, I said this 1,000,000% Antonio show. Tony,
my dog.
What's the nigga name?
Oh shit.
What's the nigga name in the what's the main character name?
Justin.
That's Tony.
Nah, he hoop better than Tonio for sure.
He do hoop better than Tonio. Nah, Tonio was way cooler than him though. I give it that. Ah, that's
my
funny,
dog, man. Been listening since day one. Appreciate you, bro.
Facts.
All right, man. Let's wrap it up, man. YouTube.com/OnDeckTV Show. We appreciate y'all tapping in as always to another episode. Hey, hopefully, we get some big shit popping off soon, man. It's summertime. People should be coming out with some albums and some hits.
Need to happen. Jesus.
Something. God damn.
I just don't know. Coming up with these topics every week at this rate, like it's.
Give us something to work with, y'all. God damn.
Yeah. Industry, or if y'all as listeners got stuff y'all want to hear us talk about, man, send over some suggestions. We'll be open to them.
Absolutely, man.
Leave dry in these streets.
Yeah, it's rough, man. Leave a comment out here, guys, on YouTube or on Spotify. We appreciate y'all. Until the next time, we are out.